Here with the head coach of Missouri football, Eli Drinkwitz. Coach, we're fired up you're here. You just hit the podium and pitched a 30-team playoff. Walk me through that. Is that something you've been stewing on? Is that off the top of the head? We're freestyling up there?
No, it's not really something that's outrageous. It's based off of the 12-team playoff where you had automatic qualifiers, but now we've decided we want to expand it to 16. So instead of doing 11-5, which you're going to put 11 teams in the hands of a human committee that nobody's going to agree. They're all going to have implicit bias. Why would we even do that? I mean, nobody thinks that the NCAA, we spend hours arguing about who was the 69th and 70th team in the NCAA tournament. What do you think we're going to do with the 11 there? So why not expand the opportunities, give 4 play-in games to the SEC, 4 play-in games to the Big Ten, 3 to the ACC, 3 to the Big 12, and say, man, create more opportunities for the fan bases to get excited, create more opportunities for players to compete for championships. And that doesn't sit well with probably some of the blue bloods who are going to consistently be ranked in preseason rankings in the top 25 explicitly because of their names, not necessarily because of their teams, but because of the brand bias that we have in college football. Instead, make people earn it. Make people earn it on the field. Let's have less talk, which doesn't do great for these kind of events. And let's settle it on the football field. And to me, that's what play-in games are. If you're telling me in the SEC, hey, you got to finish in the top 8 for a chance to compete for a playoff berth, that's doable. Then it's not about, this is the hardest conference in college football. Yeah, it is, but you got to figure out a way to be 8. In the NFL, you got to figure out a way to be one of the best 4 teams in your division to make the playoffs. 44% of the teams in the NFL make the playoffs. We're talking about 10% of college football teams going to make the playoffs, and we think that's going to keep fan bases encouraged. We think that's going to continue to create multi-billion-dollar industry. College football is still reliant on financial assistance from fans. We can talk about ESPN dollars and all we want, but they still need fans to come to the games and sell tickets. And if at the end of the day, in the next 5 or 10 years, it's still the same 15 teams making it, what are you going to do to the rest of these fan bases? They're going to quit showing up.
Your teams look like a lot of fun to play for. Like, as someone from the outside looking in, we got to.
You could ask your producer.
He has some stories now about how fun those teams were to play for.
I didn't know what I was doing there.
The culture seems like, again, from the outside looking in, really strong. But you also utilize the portal at an effective level. How do you balance awesome, fun, enjoyable, winning culture paired with, hey, we're going to bring in what we need to bring in via the portal and make sure there's some volume there with that?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I look at Twitter to see if you're ever going to put that Mizzou's recruiting like a program.
Yeah.
You never do.
It's true.
Which is fine, but we still produce and create good teams. The reality of it is Caden can talk about, our number one core value is always compete. And if you can find joy in the journey of competition, people think about competition as me versus you. It's not. It's really about us two striving together to be the very best that we can be. It's creating a brotherhood. Man, brothers fight, brothers argue, but brothers have each other's backs. And that's the kind of environment that we're going to create. You're going to be able to have fun. You're going to be able to have tough times. You're going to be able to have shared adversity. But you know that you're going someplace. You have something to believe in. You have something to be a part of. And really, man, that's what life comes down to. We all want to be a part of something. We all want to contribute to something bigger than ourselves. And so we try to create that in our program. And when we invite players in through the portal, we're looking for guys that are like-minded in that and are willing to join into that.
Last question for you, 2 parts. 1, when did you know Bo Prabula was your guy? And 2, how does he stack up next to a locker room guy, culture guy like a Caden Smith?
Yeah, I think
which is always hard to stack up.
I think you got to go back to what I said: always compete. Nowhere have I ever said Bo Prabula is our starting quarterback. We have an open competition. It would be much easier for me to get up in front of y'all and tell you who our starting quarterback is going to be, but I genuinely don't know because Sam Horn, Bo Prabula, Matt Zollers, all 3 have an opportunity now. Bo and Sam separated themselves by the end of spring, and those 2 guys are really in it. And both of them have strengths and both of them have weaknesses that they got to work on, and neither one of them do you know fully what's going to happen until we can put them in a lot of different scenarios, see them make mistakes and learn from and grow from those mistakes. We like both of them, and both of them are really good players. Bo's a great young man, but that would be like assuming that just because we brought in Mose Phillips, he was going to start at safety, or just because we brought in Stephen Hall, he's going to start at corner. We brought in players to compete for opportunities, and everybody's going to have a role on our team. And Bo's a great young man. been very impressed with how he's assimilated to our football team. But Sam Warren's got to say in this quarterback competition, and I look forward to having it unfold. Yeah.
Mizzou quarterback competition, open, wide open. Coach Drinkwitz here at Media Days. Appreciate your time.
Yeah, appreciate y'all. MIZ.